Hey everybody, it's your friend Steve with Zach. We're here today at Pope John Paul II Park in Dorchester, Massachusetts. Dorchester is one of the many neighborhoods that make up the city of Boston. I am a resident here in Dorchester. I've been here for about 5 years, and Dorchester itself is just outside of downtown Boston, about 5 miles, and it's adjacent to where my old stomping grounds are. It's Salty is my hometown. But no, I'll sing that some other time, maybe at St. Patrick's Day. So we're here at the park for our Luke Scott's 5K challenge. We're gonna walk around. It's a great wide open space, and it's about 2 blocks away from my house. So that's one of the reasons why I like to come here, because it's so close. But it's because of the space itself, it's so wide open. This is just one portion of the parcel of land. There's actually 2 parcels of land that make up this park. It's one, I believe one parcel was just empty for many years, undeveloped, and the other parcel that I'm on right now was a location for the famed Neponset Drive-In. For about 2 or 3 decades it was active. It was from the 50s to the 70s. It was a drive-in. I think it had 2 movie screens where it played all the smash box office hits here at the drive-in. And I think somewhere in the 80s it turned into a flea market, which was open during the weekends, and eventually that all got dilapidated, and the city took it over and converted it to this just absolutely beautiful park around the late 90s, early 2000s. And as I said, the park is just so wide open. People come here to walk, run, to ride their bikes, carriages are here, strollers. Some people come to rollerblade. It's just an open space. There's a bunch of soccer fields around here and some parks to play at. And some people even come here to fly a kite. And it's, so it's, if somebody ever tells you to go fly a kite, you know exactly where to go. And speaking of kites, the great thing about the kites is such, if you've ever seen a festival of kites, you understand how spectacularly they look and how beautiful they are. But the downside of that is, if you see over there, I'm not sure if you can see it, but this park runs alongside of the north and south expressways coming in and out of the city of Boston. So during rush hour it's okay because the traffic's slow, but during the high time of traffic, when there's no traffic and the cars are moving pretty quickly, they tend to slow down when they see the kites, because it's such a spectacular sight to see, and that tends to cause a lot of rubbernecking and some disgruntled drivers. So if you're ever in the area and you see kites flying, you know exactly where you are, but also keep your eye in the rear view mirror, because you might have somebody giving you the bird. So be careful and conscious of that. And the space itself, I believe I'm not going to say it's 3.2 like I did yesterday, but I think it's probably close to that, because I know a lot of people come here for walks, like for charity walks. I know I've taken part in a few of them. And as I said, it's on 2 parcels of land, and what they've done on each parcel is they put oval tracks, so it's kind of like a figure 8. There's 2 tracks on one side, one track on one side, one on the other, and it's separated by a causeway which goes over. I think it's the separation here is either a brook or a stream. I don't know what the body of water is, but it's certainly separating the lands, and that flows out into the Neponset River, which is behind or in front of me right now, and maybe I'll get some pictures of that. So on one side of the park is the Neponset River, and on the other side is the northeast expressway, and the park itself is contained in one small area, but it extends out to pathways that go beyond that. One path on one side goes all the way down to underneath the Neponset River Bridge that goes over into Quincy, Massachusetts, and underneath the MBTA train line. And then on the other side of this, it goes all the way down to a walkway until a park that's at the end of this park. So it's another park, which is a smaller one, but it's more of a playground park for kids. And then there's a pathway that actually extends past that further on into another community neighborhood in the city of Boston called Mattapan, and it's just a pathway. So this has got a great walk to it, and if you ever want to come down here and spend some time and bang out a 5K or maybe even more, certainly feel free to come down and do that. And once me and Zach get finished with our 5K, we'll have another one under our belt, and we'll go from there. So remember, the power of the cube, the power of 3, 180 cube, the power of 3. Hashtag living life in 180. Cheers. Say bye, Zach. Take care. Hey everybody, it's your friend Steve again, along with Zach. We want to make a stop right at the end of our 5K here to bring a fact to you about the movie Black Mass, that with Johnny Depp and a whole cast of superstars. The movie itself, a lot of it was filmed in the Boston area, Quincy, Dorchester, Southie, which Whitey Bulger was from Southie. So a lot of the general areas were filmed. And one particular area was filmed here from one of the famous scenes on the opposite end of this pier. We're directly underneath in the Ponset River Bridge, which connects Dorchester to the city of Quincy. It's a little bit further away, but on the opposite end of the bridge here, underneath all these piers, where the water banks, is where the scene was shot with Jesse Plemons and Johnny Depp as Whitey Bulger. The scene was supposed to depict the alleged burials of Whitey Bulger. So it was a great scene, and if you had a chance to see the movie, you'll know exactly where I'm pointing out. But if you haven't seen the movie yet, I'm sure when you do see it, you'll be thankful for Steven, Zach, for giving you the 411 on the area that it was filmed at. So signing off now. Take care. Bye.